Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. To Bob Woodward, if he, as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, is calling the president a fascist, I'm so proud of him for breaking that barrier. The challenge is because most MAGA Republicans, they don't understand what fascism is. The reality is that they are, in fact, fascists themselves. Did I read that accurately?
Senator, I am happy to discuss my personal perspectives with you separately at any time. That's not the purpose of the hearing today.
Did I read that accurately?
I believe so, yes.
And it makes you angry that President Trump does not believe in open borders, does
The room was already tense, but the second Senator John Kennedy opened his mouth. The atmosphere snapped. Electric, sharp, impossible to ignore. On one side, John Kennedy, razor-sharp questions, Southern grit, zero patience for nonsense. On the other, retired Army Major General Randy Manner, a Democrat witness whose past comments trashing President Trump, MAGA Republicans, and border enforcement were about to get dragged straight into the light. No excuses, no dodging, no soft landings. Kennedy had one mission: expose the hypocrisy, strip away the spin, and force real answers. Manner had gone on CNN praising General Milley for calling Trump a total fascist, claiming MAGA voters don't even understand fascism, then turning around and labeling them fascists anyway. Kennedy wasn't letting that slide. Not for a second, because this wasn't just about immigration or border policy. This was about character, consistency, duty, and how powerful elites talk trash when they think nobody will ever hold them accountable. Kennedy was locked in, and he came ready to push.
Would it be fair to say that the broken southern border is man-made?
It would be fair to say that, sir, based on policies that have been implemented.
And that man's name is Joe Biden, isn't it?
That would be a fair assessment, yes, Senator.
Under President Biden, if you wait in line for legal immigration, you're a chump, aren't you?
When you look at the benefits that have been given to people and the speed at which they've been released into the United States, I would be chagrined if I were waiting.
You're a
years.
chump, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
General,
Yes,
you
Senator.
believe in open borders, don't you?
I believe in the rule of law, sir.
Right. And it makes you angry that President Trump does not believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Senator, I'm not here to discuss immigration policy. I'm here to discuss whether or not we use the military to enforce it.
And it makes you angry that most Americans don't believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Again, I am not here to discuss the immigration policy.
Yeah. Duty, honor, respect, you talked about that
Yes,
in
Senator.
your opening statement. On October 14th of this year, you went on CNN. I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. To Bob Woodward, if he, as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, is calling the president a fascist, I'm so proud of him for breaking that barrier. The challenge is because most MAGA Republicans, they don't understand what fascism is. The reality is that they are, in fact, fascists themselves. Did I read that accurately?
Senator, I am happy to discuss my personal perspectives with you separately at any time. That's not the purpose of the hearing today.
Did I read that accurately?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
Absolutely not, Senator. I am here to discuss the use of the military as part of this mass deportation.
You think you're more virtuous than the American people, don't you, General?
Senator, I am insulted by your comment.
Duty, honor, and respect. You talked about that in your opening statement, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Moran said, I wrote down her words. She said, by their actions, you know what someone's character is like. You agree with that?
Senator, for 35 years, I served my country with absolute honor and distinction, and I will continue to do so.
You agree with what Ms. Moran said?
Of course.
Mr., got a few minutes left.
23 seconds.
Well, actually, you let Ms. Klobuchar go well over, so I'm assuming you'll extend me the
I'll
same.
give you the
courtesy.
same minute I gave to her.
You gave it a minute 20 at a time.
You're using.
I watched you like a hawk, Dick.
By the end of it, John Kennedy was the only person in that room willing to say the uncomfortable truth, the truth Washington loves to duck, because it demands accountability, raw honesty, and forces powerful people to own their words. Kennedy showed up focused, fearless, and grounded in the confidence of someone who refuses to let elites rewrite reality with polished talking points. Manner tried to hide behind procedure, behind vague deflections, behind pivots to safer ground. Kennedy wouldn't let him. He dragged the conversation back to the core issue. Every single time. How can someone claim to serve America while trashing millions of Americans? Kennedy nailed it. You don't get to lecture about respect and unity while calling a former president a fascist, and implying his supporters are either ignorant or evil. As Manner dodged, Kennedy sharpened, not with insults, but with precision, the kind that comes from integrity, from representing real people, from understanding that leadership means demanding answers, even when it makes everyone uncomfortable. The contrast couldn't have been clearer. A senator fighting for everyday Americans' dignity, versus a witness more concerned with shielding his own divisive rhetoric than owning the damage it caused. This wasn't just a political win, it was a reminder of why congressional oversight exists, why truth matters more than ego, and why no one, no matter how many stars they once wore, gets a free pass on hypocrisy. Kennedy's grilling wasn't personal, it was responsibility. Responsibility to voters who deserve honesty, fairness, and respect from anyone claiming authority. And if you're tired of elite double standards, if you want more moments where straight talk cuts through evasive nonsense, hit subscribe, drop a like, share this breakdown, and let's keep calling it exactly like it is. I'll see you in the next one.